Namaste. Namaste, beloved family. Finally, I got the time, rest, opportunity to make a video again. Ascension teachings. This is what I'm here to do. No time, so much everything within and around. I finally got some time to do this. So this Uranus moving into Taurus was game changer. Everybody can feel it. I can feel it. You can feel it. It's like things changed in many ways. Not on the surface, but in the way people act and what is happening and all this. So it is like when Uranus moved into Taurus, it's like old energy is no more tolerated. And old energy also barks back, and so much suffering. I don't mean within myself, but the things that I experienced on Facebook, nowhere else these days. I can see this clearly because I see how what came to me before and what happening now. And it's drastic. People are suffering. People are confused. Old energy and old beliefs are just don't want to die. And in same way, old energy is no more tolerated. And that's why light of God pushes on it so much, and then it revolts and all these things. I personally did not feel anything else these days, just severe physical symptoms, severe fire of ascension, upgrades, and physical exhaustion and no sleep, but nothing but stillness and peace and love within. Yet there's no so much of old within that something would happen. But the same way I experienced brothers messaging me they will kill somebody, and naturally then I had to intervene even if it was midnight. Why I checked the messages? Because I felt from my higher self that I am, that I have to really save that soul from doing something bad. Opposition of old believers. Not old believers, but old beliefs that don't want to be released and don't want to leave them, so they have to prove themselves, those who are free. Suffering in those, and this is what I want to speak, dedicate this video to. Angels saying they want to leave this world, they have enough. They have enough of being human. And just, it's feeling within this, it's like losing hope, giving up and everything. And I feel like we are family, and that's why I do this. I could go India and enjoy saintly life somewhere, just meditation, just peace, but no, I would not be at peace. Maybe I'm not getting much peace here, but I'm getting soul satisfaction because I do what I know God wants me to do. Regardless if I'm so sensitive that it can be very hard to feel all these things of others and not having them within myself. But this is what I'm here to do. And it's enough like this. I cannot personally guide, then it will destroy me. Too sensitive. Not destroy me, but just when I focus there, I'm exhausted. I feel. So I want to help because so much. It was just like, whoa. I feel like shit in body and so much. Others want me to save them. or they are no more pleased with me, or they see something in me that I'm not, or they have to oppose. All these things in just few days. That's why I took 2 days off, because it was too much. 2 days in the morning. But when I see these things, I feel compassion. That may go in fire also, but I feel compassion. I feel love. I love them and I know how it feels. I know exactly how it feels. And that's why I want to make this video. Oh, beloved souls. You know that really gangster article I wrote about what was happening in my youth? I went through all kinds of hell on all levels, on my early years, on spiritual life, with darkness, attacks of darkness, with everything what is possible on physical, and not everything that is possible, but enough that I learned about everything. Even things like friends dying in front of you violently in this world, and things like being abused in childhood, things like almost destroying myself with drugs as a result of that childhood, things like going in really bad company, things like I'm living here in Slovenia. At 18, I was like a voice in the ghetto. I thought 21 I'll not be alive. Sincerely, I die of this, or I destroy myself, or something will happen to me. So this was these early years. That's why I went to India, to find myself. And then in my spiritual path, I don't know, maybe the spirits knew my power. So much attacks, so much darkness coming against me. This wanted me to destroy me in my dreams, in everywhere when I was weak. So I feel everything what they are feeling. And I feel so grateful. I dedicated my life after high school, after all this childhood and teenage suffering, to spirituality only. So as this thing started, I was free. And I could start giving what I'm here to give. So it's not somebody who is just smart and does not know how you feel. But somebody who knows exactly how you feel, or maybe know things that God knows you don't want to experience, and know how they feel. And I'm here every day giving my best self to inspire many. They can get free. They can know what is love. They can get their power back, so they can learn what is not good, what others do. And they can defend themselves and remove themselves from that. I'm here. I'm giving an example. You cannot say he is pretending, because he's doing this for years. And always, if you go back, same. Spiritual video, spiritual uh, word. Always. You will scroll years back and you will find only this. So I went through hardest on spiritual path and in my life. All the reasons to destroy myself, to give up, to make suicide. All the reasons not to be that what I'm here now giving you in real feeling. All tears want to come from my eye because I love you. May I speak to little brother who said this also, that he has enough being human. I feel so blessed. Regardless what was happening in my life, I never give up. I never, in spiritual or material, wanted God to save me, take me. I always said I will go forward. If I die now, no problem. If I go down now, fall, no problem. But I go on. As long as I have energy within me, I go on. Because I knew one truth from very young age when I read this from Buddha. I knew there's no other way out but to get out. No one will take me out. No one will save me out. If I die, what will I do? Nothing. The truth is such that everything is consciousness, developed consciousness. And you cannot go on from the higher consciousness than you left. So if you die in suffering, you are born to continue that suffering, to work through that, and to rise through that. Sometimes it's better because then they forget this, and next life they go freshly and fast forward. But we need every angel here, and all the illusions has to be destroyed. If you die now, you just have to go through another painful birth, and then again all this, and then just to get all these lessons that you can work on them through and ascend through them. And there's nothing so hard that you cannot do. I know, because I was doomed. And when I went to India, people thought I died. When I came back, it was like Jesus coming from the dead. For some who did not know I went to India, because such was my condition before. All the things that happened, all the trauma, the drugs, and all the trauma with this really violent and tragic story that happened in my teenage years in high school with a really bad company that was really for a very bad movie, to make a very bad movie, very sad movie, tragic movie. It would be good movie. I went through this. I never asked why, God, why? I don't know. I never asked this. My nature was never to ask why this happened and never to be victim of anything, not of my mother, father leaving, not of my grandfather doing something to me, not of my grandmother being a fanatic Catholic. I was not victim of so many, but not of nothing, and no one. But if somebody would look at my life, he would say he is victim of everybody. Look what they did to him. And also then victim of religion. Then in India, also victim of Hare Krishna religion, just few years. And like this, everything was in my life. Spiritual traps, and then darkness attacking because they did not want me to awake. Till 2016, only suffering and pain, nothing else. Yes, spiritual development, yes, writing, yes, also before inspiring people. But I tell you, 2016, I really started to be happy. And I knew God knows me and I'm at home. And then it was easy to come to enlightenment in 2 years from that point. And we have to understand one thing. Consciousness. Until its consciousness rises, that consciousness you experience. If you kill your body, if your body gets killed, if you starve to death, you are only causing upon yourself more suffering just for no reason, and nothing else you gain but to get more suffering and to continue there where you left, or even lower. Because if you do something to yourself, I know many are not thinking they want to do something to themselves, but they just say, God, please take me, I want to die, I have enough of this world. I'm now speaking from their shoes, how I felt. I never cried like this, but I know how they feel. Exactly how they feel. Whether are there relationships, whether are there people who are bad, whether are there spiritual attacks, regardless what it is, I've been there in some way to experience that energy. And look at me. I'm here. I have more beautiful body than I ever had. I'm more alive than I was ever. I'm more wise than I ever. I'm more happy. I never need no drug because I am a drug. I am the ecstasy that cannot be bought. It's ecstasy of God. I am happiness. I live on God's mercy, literally, and don't work for money, not even spiritually. How this is possible, God knows. Yes, it's hard test. I don't know what will be tomorrow. Never. I guess this is where trust is built. And God takes care of the hearts of good people. If I take care of the hearts of good people, I also don't. Here I have my own. This is so small problem according to what others see. Only this small worry within me that causes that I'm not so abundant. And that's all what I have to work on. Really. And there's always so much to work on. Always. Enlightenment is just a point when you are born and then you grow into real way, into real direction, to heaven. Kingdom is within you. Where you want to go to heaven and you have enough of this world when kingdom is within you. Yeah, this is now I have to say things. Yeah, many say Jesus will save us, Jesus will save us. But you have to understand what this means. Jesus has shown the way how to be saved. And that's why Jesus saved. Krishna shown the way. That's why Indians say Krishna save. But the way is, you have to also little know the truth and the real history. Everything what was important for you, spoken by Jesus, was cancelled, torn out of the books, burned, censored. All the things, what I'm speaking now, what Ascension teachers all are speaking, all the pure knowledge, Gospel of Thomas, Gospel of Mary Magdalene, Gospel of Holy 12. All this, everything what could link Jesus with West, with East, with esoteric knowledge, with reincarnation, with all this kingdom within, with all you becoming God and like this, everything was torn out of the books in order they could burn the heretics later and persecute so many. And then they call these things devilish. And they pointed fingers and they actually murdered so many of those who really followed Jesus' teaching. And this is, you are becoming that. And in Gospel of Thomas, if you ever get your hands on it, you will be amazed. Jesus is just telling Thomas, this is most important gospel. And it was taken out. It's the actual gospel when Jesus speaks the highest knowledge to the disciple. And it's his word. But this highest knowledge is what Ascension teachers are speaking, and that what Catholics and Christians are condemning us and calling us the devil for. That Jesus spoke in that Gospel of Thomas. He spoke that you have to know that you are same vessel of living Father as I am. He said how? Jesus saves. No, it means he saves through the way that brought. Everything what is left in the Bible is what Jesus spoke to the public, who could not grasp anything but parables and just some activations that will activate them in next life. Everything what was important, spoken to Mary Magdalene, spoken to Thomas, spoken to so many intimate disciples, was not shown to you and to nobody. Just that what Jesus actually spoke. The people who could not understand anything. And everything what he spoke to the real seeker was taken out from the so-called Bible and Gospels. Many know this, many deny this, cannot change the truth. And they had no right to do this. It was word written for that. But others can also realize what it means, the work of Jesus in this world. Like this. Also for those who saying Jesus saves, yes. How? By you following the teaching and save yourself in the end always. It's like same as law of attraction, you have to become that. So Jesus saves, yes. When you follow the teaching and you become that. Same. And you have followed. You have done your work. The Source has done his work to take you home. So like this. Don't expect that you pray and die and you're born in heaven and everything is gone. These are religious stories. Human consciousness cannot continue higher than whatever you believe. So it is then the point when it ends, it cannot start on a higher point. That's why we are in this world. It's ascension. 2 dimensions. And do know something. Something. You wouldn't be here if you could not do this with ease. You did this many times. You solved many matrices. You logged out of the many matrices. And you turned many matrices into heaven. And you knew when you came here that you can do this easily. But okay, you knew also this, what is happening now, this stage will come. And that you will not understand. And you will want to die and you will want to this. But you knew you will also rise from this. And you knew one thing. Yeah, you know, in this life, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, can seem very long, no? Day after day and like this. But from the perspective of your real self, that has all your memories and everything, and you were here thousands and thousands of lives in this matrix. So, from the perspective of your soul, this is done. This is your last second. Regardless what is happening in this second, your soul is rejoicing because imagine if angels would tell you, we need 4,000 lives more, and then it is over. How would you feel then, huh? Now you know one thing, this life you can do it. God wants it so. And you will do it if you will do your work. Sooner or later this life. Believe in yourself. What if you would have to wait 1,000 lives to come home? Remember when you were a child, this life is like yesterday. So when this is over, it will be also like tomorrow. When you will look back at this day when I'm telling you that. And you know you will remember this day. Oh yes. I was a little bit affected before days by the moon and the Taurus and like this, so much fire. But now I love to do this such video. Teach really deep. Teach really deep. That days I just expressed my fire and I don't want to be fucked with. Because I don't fuck with nobody. And it was intense for me on every corner and all this suffering of those who I love, and then some people just want some shit on top of that. Like I know I want chocolate, I want shit on top. Sorry, like this. So now it's easier. the that first break point is we are relaxing now more. The one strong wave coming after 1 week or two, something like this. So get ready. Also last 3 days, maybe. Don't give up. Remember what I told you. You are looking at a man who thought he will die at 20. And who on spiritual path thought demons will kill him. And it's over. And who experienced, oh, you don't want to know. This and that. But it was all just so God taught me not to fear darkness. So now darkness fears me and I'm laughing. Don't give up. You cannot escape. There's no way out. I'm sorry to say this. There's no other way out. Source is neutral. If we choose to rise out or not, Source is neutral. It's our choice. We are all the incarnations of the One. For the Source, nothing is lost. We have all opportunity to rise. All the tools, all the inspiration. And you have here an example of a man who went through most terrible hell in material and spiritual life. And now I'm grateful for that all only because of that hell. I can do this video, which I want millions to watch, because millions need it. So please bless me that millions can watch this video or not. And I want to tell to everybody, to everyone, regardless how hard it is, regardless, you can do it. You can go through this. Don't stop. If you're going through hell, don't stop. If you stop, you stay there. Go on. I always went on. Even if, like Eminem said, even in my collarbone crumbles, I will never stumble or sniff. I'm like that. I'm a soldier. Be a soldier. Go on. Go on. Yes, until you come home, it's like soldier going through minefields and all the artillery and everything. But go on. Your faith is your shield. And you trust in yourself and God in your heart. Nobody, no bullet can hit you, no mine can nothing do to you. Just if you go on and you have faith, you look towards the light. So easy to lose hope because I see this with little brother. And then if you feed this energy and you are posting that, you are just putting yourself deeper and deeper down. You have to, when you are like in that, then I go to nature, then I sit in nature, then I just lie there and do some Ascension video. I listen. I mean, in past when this was happening. I went to nature. I focused on something that is here to take me higher, not to focus on my mind and my mind focus there and makes it more real. And then this reality comes to me. Sorry to say this, but such is the truth. There's no other way out but enlightenment. When we get free of this world, when we set ourselves free of this world, by the help of the masters, but only by the help of the masters, but our work and our choice, our inner work and our inner choice, our actions and everything singed with this is everything. And our faith, it's all about us. Teachers, masters, just shown the way and inspire. We have to walk on our own, fly on our own wings. And when this hell is over, you will know, because you will start flying and you will feel how it feels flying. You will fly above this world, not in this world, and not of it, floating above it, appearing like you are in it. And then you will know. But until you walk, you have to walk through this hell on the surface. And when you come through, you fly. So there's no other way out. Don't think if you die or anything like this, and then you wake up angel in heaven. This is religious nonsense. But if you do the work that Master's shown you, take their inspiration, their power, their blessing, faith within yourself, and go on, you will do it. And everybody can do it. If I could do it, everyone can do it. And what else is here to say? There, no one can also save you. No one can instant give you enlightenment like some stupids are telling. You give them some money, they will give you enlightenment. Shaktipat. This is stupid. No one can save you. No one can give you anything. We can just inspire. One brother left me because he said, "Your page is so beautiful. Please go in meditation so I have same like this beautiful, inspiring page." And I said to him, "Brother, I can go in meditation and send you my love and this, but it's a gradual process you have to go through. And you have to go through levels. I cannot give you, it's not possible for me to give you that. I worked on that years and years and years. I can do myself to inspire." And he was offended. He did not understand. I told him the truth. I cannot do it for you. I can inspire you. And I told him the truth is nothing can happen overnight. And it's a process. Why would I give him false hope? Why would I tell him I go in meditation and tomorrow you have same page as me? I'm sincere. I'm not people pleaser. I'm not liar. And the truth is inconvenient. And now these days, as you see my posts and everything, truth gets really, because we are in this world and truth is not of this world. So truth is really inconvenient for the mind and everything we are used of doing in this world of karma. And this is also inconvenient truth. No one can save you, but you can be saved by their teaching if you follow it. So all who promise you this and that, don't follow. They only want maybe something. Maybe they want to only fool you, or they want money, or they want I don't know what. That cannot save you. Nothing. Like I said, I want to end with this. Consciousness arises. If you leave the body as consciousness is on the third dimensional level still much, and fourth dimensional level where suffering is and pain and all these things, your next experience is going from there on. So nothing changes, just your bodily form. So you not achieve anything. And stop praying for that. It's illusion, it's not possible. What it mean? Ask and ye shall receive. Doesn't mean begging and crying. This is, it means you are in that vibration speaking to that field what you want to receive. And being that from within. Truth is to set us free, and truth is not religious. It's a gradual process. We work through layer and layer, rise inch by inch. And we have to, ascension is only way out, enlightenment. And we have to ascend in the body, in this world. If we die, yes, maybe next life easier. Easier to do that work. So that imprints and all this, what we have from this life will be gone. Then we can just easily release more fast. But then you would have to die naturally or in accident or something. And you know you cannot control this. God will not take your life if you pray and you want to go. And if it happens, you only get next life on same level, and yes, maybe easier to go. But if they take their own life, then they get so much more suffering because they have killed themselves, kind of wanted what is not possible, and then have to pay for that even and be ghost sometime, which is more suffering without body but seeing everything, feeling everything, and only condensed suffering and feels very long experience. Who wants that? So death is not way out in no way. If we have to die naturally, it will happen. We cannot control. And that's the only way that it can be easier next life. But if we kind of want to end this life and like this, we only make it so much worse. The other brother, he was telling he would kill somebody. Oh, God. What will this help to anyway? Only demons. And you, how can you ascend? You have this. So people are, anyway, the small brother who has problem in this world and wants to leave out, this is innocent. He's innocent. And I just spoke in this lecture for you. You know who you are. And I told you before in your message, please watch. I hope you watch it. I did it. I went through all the, I repeat, all serious, everything. All health, what is possible. All spiritual path, all material. And I came through. So you can do it too. Otherwise I could not. If you cannot. The other brother who just wanted to take life of somebody, what can I do? I'm glad to change his mind. I'm more worried for him than for small brother. Not worried. Worries are something that I would take as my own. Maybe concern or something. Concern, yes. Concern is without attachment. Concerning. Worrying means being attached. So I made this video out of concern. Especially to my little brother. I hope you're watching, but I give no names anywhere. So I cannot give your name also here, although it is given by love. But you know it. I will remind you. Stay strong. This is not only for you, for everybody who is struggling with that kind of thoughts, being down, wanted to fly home, wanted to end this human experience. Stay strong. Always know that all the masters have most terrible life. Jesus, you know his end. So don't make it be always worst. You don't carry a cross half dead. He was dying and carrying the cross. You know you cannot do this. So it can get worse than it is now. My grandfather always said he was amazing. So also he did bad thing to me in childhood, but I understood later through my spirituality why, and I don't want to speak about that. I want to speak why he was an amazing man. I don't want to speak because he was a victim. He was in Holocaust in the camp concentration. He betrayed. He was agent for our Yugoslavian army, secret agent who infiltrated the Nazis to pretend he's working for them. I had a really badass grandfather, and somehow he blew his cover by his actions, and they tortured him and concentration camp after everything, all crippled. Somehow he escaped from that. And somehow he came home from Germany to Slovenia, which is 1,000 kilometers. God knows how. And from that day on, he was crippled. He could not move his legs. He could not do anything. He could not. How he came. But he always told me, there is never that bad that it cannot be worse. Remember this. This is good advice when you are really down. Never so bad that it could not be worse. He could not, after his age of 35, he was not able to walk, not able to go anywhere, and really suffering wounds in his body that never closed, all legs completely. So, but he had this faith, and he always said it's never so bad that it cannot be worse. And it was very bad for him, so he was inspiration speaker also. Listen to my grandfather. It could be worse. It had been worse for many. I don't want that. Just go through your own hell, and you will come through. I went through mine, and that's why I'm now here, not enjoying somewhere in India or something. Because I know what's my work to do, even if it's not sometimes pleasant. I love to do because I am you, and we all are free of this world and suffering. I said, when I could not leave this world, I wanted to go home. Please God take me. But now when I can leave, I want to go. As I know what I'm here to do and all the greatness and glory that follows. And you who are struggling with wanting to die, wanting to leave this world, I know your greatness. And if you knew what you are here to do, and you know it deep inside, and you will know it more, when you will be able to leave, you won't want to go anywhere. Because you will want to stay here and do this, whatever it takes, and patiently wait that time comes, and you will do your work on that direction always until then. And regardless the struggles and the presentations of the matrix, you will go on, stay here. I give you my word. God knows your greatness. So focus on the light, focus on empowerment, focus on rising, and you will let go of old self. And you will be happiness and joy. I'm so grateful for my years that I left in India. I practically didn't have material life, didn't build up karma, purified karma from past in this year. So now in this ascension time, it's kind of easy. Only some tests with material existence. But other things, relationships, drama, karma with others, all this shit is over. Dark attacks, wanting to die, wanting to go somewhere. I know I'm at home, and I know regardless what happens, this is my last life here. It's over. And I know you can do it also. And you are that same greatness, and this is your last life here. Choose so. Go on. Don't give up. Don't give up. There's no way out but to go on. And if you go on, and don't look down, focus down, you fall down. Just go on, focus up. And you will come home, for sure. This life in no time. Know these words. Always be blessed as I am, and all what I have here within my heart may be yours. But gradually, you know it's a process. But more you believe it, more you take it, more you receive it, more you grow, more you work on yourself. Can be very fast. I for myself choose love and light, speed, and everyone else. I hope they choose the same. And I pray for that. And I do that with us. That's why I'm sometimes like grumpy old Moses. Nobody's listening. Why I'm doing this? Blah, blah, blah. Why this? Because sometimes I feel, hey, I'll be telling this. But this is my autistic self. We autistic children sometimes don't understand illusions. This is my autistic self. In reality, we are listening until we hear. And until we don't hear, we have to listen. Same thing. Always, always. And regardless if I grump sometimes, that's why I always same thing, same thing, same thing. In so many different ways. I learned this from my teacher who gave me initiation, my name, who left his body after my. But I learned this as I listened some his lectures and like this after. He said like this. The teacher was speaking same lecture every day, and it was already 44th day, and same lecture. And one disciple said, "What is this, Guru? We heard this already. Let's stop now. It's okay. I know. We know this. We heard this." And teacher said, "What do you know? What you heard? You will hear when you will be like this person in this story. Are you?" He said, "No. Just sit down and listen, and come tomorrow again and listen." We cannot get it. We cannot expect somebody to get it just like that because we say it. Because I know my path. It's 20 years almost. 15 or something like that. No, path. Yeah, it's like path maybe, but the serious path is like 9 years. 10. Like serious work. Deep. So, I can grump, I can make comedy, but I know the reality. So we are to be here and repeat same thing as long as we get it. And we hear it when we get it. So I hope you heard what I had said. You can do this, and you are to do this. You did this before, and there's no other way out, but you can do it. Because you knew you can do it very easily when you came. I know you can do it. So be always blessed as I am, and be inspired. And my work inspires you. I'm so happy. And if somebody chooses to give a coin or some donation, I'm even more happy because I have to live in this world to do more. That's how God takes care of me. That's why I ask. That's why I give. That's why I get. The more I will believe in myself and my work, more I will get. It's all in us. Also, this is within me. If I believe people don't share, then this is happening. So I'm my own teacher. So I believe people share, and I know people share. Because we care. Sharing is caring. And we all care for each other. That's why I do this, because I care for everybody who suffers. I done my work. And why would I have to care? I know my path was through thorns and hell, and I know I earned my state of consciousness with my blood. So I don't owe nothing to nobody. It's not easy to come here. It's not something I'm born with. Something I had to go through a lot of. But I care, and I know everybody is just that underneath all the illusions. And that's why I'm giving. And also is Facebook sometimes hostile. People have no respect for masters anymore. That's why they're not getting. I still doing it. Even if I say sometimes I delete this Facebook now, it will never happen. Regardless how famous I am, how great my work is in this world, this Facebook always remains, and something will be posted here. This is my real name. This is my real Facebook for life. And whoever is friendly and loving will stay here with me for sure. So, please, I hope this video inspired you. You can do it. There's no other way. And be blessed and just go on. If you fall, no problem. We fall so that we can rise. Magic of falling is that we can rise. And without falling, you cannot rise. So just rise. I give you all my power and love. Rise. Namaste. This lecture is for you, but for one little brother most special. Have all my empowerment. Namaste. Namaste.